welcome, everyone,
to another Lugnutz.
Recorded on October 9th, 2022. Lugnutz on the GT. Well, not for very long, they're ending it. GM, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Or the cooperative, not the ugly. Electric Maserati, what? Tesla finally delivers a semi, and Volvo delivers 20.
Play on my time. Drive on Lugnutz.
Right on over here to Facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast, where you're going to find all of our polished work right up on top here. But we are going to hop on over.
There it is, the Ford GT. They're going to end production later this year. Last Ford GT, 500,000 for this one.
Wow.
This is a tribute to the Le Mans win over Ferrari.
It looks like it's better than a Ferrari,
Was?
I got to tell you.
Yep. They only made 1,350 of the third-gen GT, which had a twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 with 660 horsepower and 216-mile-an-hour top speed.
Nice. That is a sexy looking
Get them while they last.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great-looking car.
Snatch it up. I mean, who doesn't want that car? Who does not want a Corvette?
But what you might want is this next story. The Corvette. The Corvette Stingray first arrived in 1960. This is the Corvette. The Stingray arrived in 1963, base model 65,895. They're having a new one. Let's see if we have a picture of the new one down there. These are nice old ones. There's a classic.
I love that model. That's that 80s model.
Yeah.
Classic
Classic car all over.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, is that it?
There you go. That's it there. Top of the line Corvette Stingray 3LT starts at 83,840.
I mean, it looks worth it.
All Corvette Stingrays are powered by a 490 horsepower 6.2 liter V8. But the Performance Z51 Performance Package bumps it up 5 extra horsepower to 495.
It's really nice.
0 to 60, 2.9 seconds, 24 miles to the gallon highway, of course. It's a Corvette.
You mean it's not gas efficient?
I put that in because I'm surprised it gets that good of gas mileage.
That is
24 whole miles to the gallon for a Stingray. That's amazing.
Usually like a pedophile. You're in the teens.
I was thinking like 10.
Yeah, you're down
like
that level. You're
24. That's really good for a Corvette.
That's impressive.
No wonder that guy drove it every day. It also comes with engine cooling, brakes,
Correlation
tires.
is not causation.
Yeah, they upped everything. And, something I noticed, they have a magnetic ride suspension on this one that allows you to control the luxuriousness of your ride.
There was back when I was learning cars, they had that magnetic suspension. It was Bose magnetic suspension, and it had
Bose, like the stereo piece?
It was spelled
Okay.
differently,
But
it was they retrofitted it on like a Cadillac, and they were driving down the road, and in the video you saw a down telephone pole, that level. It hopped, like literally the tires went up and over, and you did not feel anything in that car. That's kind of the level of magnetic suspension.
that sounds fantastic for
Instant.
for something that we really don't know how it works.
Yeah, but instant kind of, your ride will not shift at all. And you're just going to go right. But that technology is just going to, it's cool, bro. Just drive over whatever you want.
Speaking of cool, the Department of Defense knows cool. But do they really? They might. The Department of Defense has selected GM for their new vehicle. Department of Defense Innovation Unit, DIU, developed a battery pack functional. GM developed the battery pack functional for electric vehicles. So they're going to use electric vehicles with the new military, powered by GM.
I don't know. I mean,
they want to reduce their reliance on fossil fuels and transition to cleaner alternatives. That's what this article is all about.
Okay.
They're going to use GM's ultimate platform that they're using on everything else. It can deliver the power, range, and scale beyond previous hybrid models. And extending the range of electric vehicles is what they say. 50 kilowatt to 200 kilowatt with 24 module spacing for this ride.
So you think they're going to get over 5 miles?
I certainly hope so. No, this is GM, not Jeep.
Oh, not Jeep.
We have another story about Jeep going electric. That's where we put the 5 mile an hour joke in.
Oh.
You can put it in yourself because we already did it. Or we might forget and put it in anyway.
I'll just edit this bit and put it in there.
Nah, we'll just leave it here. It's fine. Do they have any other views? I think they have a side view. There you go.
Hey,
posing next to it. It's not bad that they're using batteries, I suppose.
I mean, it looks like they tried to find inspiration off of
I think for improvised explosive devices, they're going to want, doors.
Well, it looked like they tried to find inspiration.
Like
it looked like they tried to find inspiration off of the Halo Warthog.
If we're trying to cut costs, could we put some armor to protect, my relatives inside?
No, you just let that
inside.
bare bones and mass produce it, and then you just keep filling the meat sacks behind the wheel.
Let's talk about GM and lawsuits. There's a lawsuit in U.S. District Court of Northern California over the LC9 Vortex 5300 V8 allegedly has defect. I hate this ad, but nobody else did anything. Had it as
there we go. It's at least that good.
Truck and SUV models from 2011 to 2014 from California, North Carolina, and Idaho. It helps if you read the copy. Which is funny because I wrote the copy. So they tried to fix this. They tried to fix this twice. It didn't work. In 2010, they gave it a shot.
A lot like this show.
Fixing it, and then they tried it the next year, and they changed the engine more. So
yeah,
allegedly it had problems, and allegedly they're going to have to pay.
Okay. I mean, allegedly, that sounds bad.
Let's look at what we have next. All new for Honda. I think there's a lot of photos in this one. Honda Prologue electric vehicle SUV, co-developed with General Motors. Little lawsuit's not going to stop them. I don't think it's bad looking for an SUV.
It looks like every other Honda.
Guess what platform they're using?
Oh my God, it's a Honda interior.
They're using the Ultimum platform from General Motors. They're using it to get a jump up on the electric market. So they're just going to use that, and then I'm sure they'll come up with their own design that's nothing like it. Or they'll just keep using it.
I mean, all these. Look, could you, from that side view, if you eliminated all symbols of
please don't
Honda,
ask. No, I can't tell from anything. It could be not a Jeep, because some of them got that ugly front.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the last. That's the last manufacturer you would ever think would make this. But literally anybody else but Jeep.
Yeah. All SUVs kind of look alike, sort of.
That's why you don't report about them so much.
I try to put them in there. I try and put stuff about minivans. And well, they stretched this 10.8 inches longer. They lowered the roof by about 7 to 7.5 inches. But with the longer wheelbase, they say it should feel like there's more room inside.
You know what? The ZDX had a lowered roof like that, and it was this style of kind of car. So there is credence to that because a lot of people, there's a cult following behind the ZDX.
Yeah, a whole Clearwater revival of
but it's not bad looking.
Honda has a statement. They say it's capable of adventure inside and outside city limits.
I'm capable of killing somebody. That doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
The cabin has been redesigned, and it's unlike the 2024 Chevy Blazer. So it's a Honda.
I just want to interject right here and say this is almost another segment of this is one of Matt Mann's least favorite back ends.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's
where
ugly.
you're going.
No, that is ugly. You can't tell me that is
It's a big back end.
That's a back end even a mother couldn't love.
Some people like big butts. What can I say?
An ugly big butt?
Has a large
cellulose infested with.
It's supposed to have a large panoramic roof. Click up here and see if it makes the. Do we have a picture of this large panoramic roof?
That doesn't make
Look inside. You're forget what it looks outside. See, see the roof above. Do they have the roof? There, you can see the edge of the roof up there.
Edge of the roof up there, panoramic. I said forward.
The ugly outside of the vehicle. That's it. That's
yeah,
all the inside
I mean, look, inside you have that.
It has a panoramic roof.
I mean, it's a very Honda, and it's not a touchscreen because that's why you got that black, the black right here with the buttons. You know?
If you're in the right state, you may be able to find it within 2 years of 2024. California, Colorado, Connecticut, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, Vermont, Washington, and sometimes Washington, D.C., depending on how much money you have. I'm adding that part in for a politician.
That's probably
whatever
right.
they do in Washington.
That's probably right. Yeah.
Just don't touch the Bill of Rights and we're fine. We'll be fine with this next story. Get your own copy. That's a nice looking Maserati.
Yes, it is.
It's Maserati electric. Gran Turismo full Jord.
Okay. Bless
Full
you.
Jor. 53-inch height. This is the lowest sitting electric vehicle on the market, as Maserati claims.
You know what? I really like how this Maserati, it looks like a Maserati. When you look at electric vehicles, like even the Mustang Mach-E, you look at the Tesla, you look at all these
It's a sexy looking car.
All these different vehicles. And your main complaint has always been right here.
Yeah, the front grille is kind of... I like this front grille.
This car does not need a front grille.
Oh, yeah.
The only reason they added it in there is just so you feel good. That
I feel good. I
is
feel good
why
about this car.
You will buy this
looks-
Maserati. Because it looks like a Maserati.
Yes.
You wanted an electric Maserati? There you fucking go, bud.
Yeah, if I had... Where's the bottom of the story where I put the price? Oh, they didn't mention the price. So expensive that if you have to ask, don't. You can't afford it.
It's the rule.
Well, they have tri-motors that produce 750 horsepower, and they improve the agility.
That's why you don't ask the price. You just say, I'll take it.
92.5 kilowatt battery with an 800 volt architecture that allows 270 kilowatt charging. And you can get 62 miles of range with 5 minutes of charge, which I think is fantastic. 60 miles is a really long way to go with 5 minutes of a charge. If you just need just that little bit more.
Yeah.
That's great.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not a bad looking ride.
0 to 60, 2.7 seconds. Top speed, 198.9.
That'll get the ice cream back home.
And they'll keep
Before
your license
it
in some
falls.
places. Not really. They'll take your license away if they catch you going that fast.
Right out of your hand.
You're gone.
Yeah.
12.2-inch digital dash, 12.3-inch infotainment screen, 8.8-inch comfort display.
What is that?
They just call it a comfort display, and we're having a comfort display.
It's okay, Dave.
What the hell's
I
a
know
comfort
you
display?
feel assaulted by him cutting you off, but that's why I'm here.
No mention of price. Let's see if they have a photo of the interior.
I'm
down
your comfort
below.
display, Dave.
It's a nice back end.
You know what?
That's it.
It's the only picture we get, so we're going to focus on this. But the comfort display, I'm still very confused about.
I don't know.
It comforts you with light?
At some point, we'll have to
Like
cover this
ASMR?
one again when they have interior photos, because I guess we're just supposed to wonder.
Like, what if-
There's a comfort display. We're not going to show it to you, but you know what? We'll show you. We'll show you this next story, which rounds up a lot of lasts. Jeep. You remember in automotive school when you were deciding what to go for, and they said you want to go for diesel.
No.
This is the last diesel for Jeep. If you really always wanted a Jeep diesel, I don't know why, but if you want a Jeep diesel Rubicon, this is the one.
I'll tell you.
Also, Ram 1500, last one. In fact, diesel's not even an option anymore. So if you want one used, I guess.
Look, there was a reason why 18-wheelers used a diesel engine.
Yeah.
And that's because it was
It's 'cause
so
they like the
reliable.
sound. Is it because they like the sound?
No, it's because that engine could literally drive from Alaska to the most southern tip of this continent and deliver your little Tamagotchi Grogu because it can.
Do they make a Tamagotchi Grogu?
Yeah. It's a
Really?
story I didn't add in any of the podcasts because we didn't have Triforce for a while. But there's a Tamagotchi Grogu out there. And you can take care of baby Grogu. That's
Well,
another
if you want to take
podcast.
care of a Ram 1500, better go there quick. If you want a diesel, an eco diesel.
It's
That eco sounds like a lie to me. 3-liter V6 is what they're offering.
It probably
and
is.
if you want it in a Cherokee, not even an option.
the eco in anything. Like, oh, this is the eco burger.
They-
Are you
some of
gonna
the-
feel?
yeah.
Are you gonna feel good about
Some
eating
of them
that
we
cheeseburger? It's an eco burger. It's good for the environment.
At work, we have some Dodge vehicles. They have EcoBoost. I'm like, this is just a light. What does it do? I see no difference.
It saves.
What does it really
fuel
do?
economy.
Oh, really? Not from my fuel logs. We have to record. It's not really an option. We have to write it down. We have very accurate records. Well, it's accurate staff take, I guess, which is very accurate.
Like,
Let's talk about the story you're trying to pull up with Lincoln. This is the latest concept car by Lincoln. It's an SUV, if you can't tell. I think it's a great color. Not a bad-looking back end. That's a
Third Street.
bizarre-looking...
I love.
they're not
that
on
color.
3rd Street anymore. They're not on 3rd Street. It's just the Saints. They're not on 3rd Street. Grove Street, that's still a thing. They're purple, too.
3rd Street,
Why did
Grove
they pick
Street,
purple and not black, red, or what are the colors? I don't even know what their colors are.
3rd Street, Grove Street. Let's call the
Well,
whole
whatever.
thing off.
We're all
purple.
well. The Lincoln future of Lincoln will look like this, and it will be electric. Lincoln Star is a study of the experience and themes that push the boundaries of Lincoln design. Doesn't this push the boundaries to you?
No, it
Well,
does.
wait till you see that interior go up to
But-
the interior. That's nice, right?
It's a nice looking interior, but that's what you need for a Lincoln. You need to have a familiar design for the body, and then
Yes.
that's where you have the playground on the interior, because then you can do what you want, and you can sculpt this futuristic design like this, and it'll be a lot more palatable, because that's where you're going to spend most of your time looking. You're
Well,
not going to look at the outside of
speaking-
your car unless you're
Speaking of design, if you remember a while back with the last concept, their design revolves around a lounge concept. So the front seats spin around. I think we have a photo below. Comes with electrochromatic glass, which if you've been to the Franklin Mint, that's the glass that changes opacity.
Yeah.
You can't see through it. A beverage chiller in the back seat, and up front, a huge panoramic coast-to-coast floating screen.
With Space Ghost on it.
Sure.
Because then you have Space Ghost coast to coast on a
farther
coast-to-coast
down,
screen.
I think they have a photo of the seats turned around. Yeah, in way that the gray one. There you go, the gray one.
Here?
Lower,
Yep.
lower.
There.
Start there. They have all the doors open. See, Lincoln on it's not a bad door. With the droid decals or droid
Droidicas.
droid
That's
robots.
not a bad car right there.
See, that's not bad. I like it. It kind of looks like a Range Rover to me.
Yeah.
Little
yeah.
bit.
It
Some
has
of
that Range
that,
Rover vibe.
With that sass in the back end.
Range
Range Rover with a bit of sass in the back end. Wow, look at that front end space. Wow. All the doors open.
I don't think that's safe.
That looks
That's all
awesome.
taken apart.
Has those suicide doors in the back.
Oh, yeah.
I love how the hood
Mm-hmm.
lifts up vertically. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting design. Almost I would expect that at like Foose or like at a Gotham Garage.
It's normal now. Let's go see what they have the picture. What else they have? It looks good in black or gray and black. It's a nice color for it.
Ooh.
Lots of luggage space.
That looks very...
That's a really good looking
That
SUV.
looks very sexy.
I mean, I'm not an SUV person, but
No.
that's a really good looking SUV.
That is very nice looking. I mean, it's sleek. It's very sleek.
Mhm.
And
Great. That
It
faded
looks
color
like-
all around it.
it looks like a new kind of class of Lincoln. I mean, a class I would actually want to buy.
It's I think that's why they're selling them.
Wow.
You know what else?
You know
what else they're selling?
We had the worst of Matt Mann's back ends. We're going back here.
Yeah.
That is in one of Matt Mann's favorite back ends because it's futuristic, it's sleek, it's very elegant, and it is also everything that Lincoln is. I mean, conceptually.
You know, if
Yeah.
if the vehicle stays looking like this, it's a fantastic look. I know they're gonna focus group it and
Look, just add door
ruin
handles. Add door handles, and you're good.
Don't ruin it with door handles. It's fine. Leave it like this. Produce it like that.
You're gonna have a
You have
pot
button.
of boiling water on the stove
It's fine.
just to get into your car.
That's where there's a button. It'll pop. You'll be fine.
Not with ice.
With this next story, it'll be great. We're a
There
car
we go.
podcast. We're not reporting on his robot, but this is the photo that CNN provides.
Okay.
CNN, sort of, kind of, right? Tesla is delivering its first semi-truck, battery-powered semi-truck to Pepsi in December.
That looks like Optimus, the robot he unveiled.
Yeah. It's CNN. They're only like 20% right. So they're 75% right this time. They got the right person whose name is on it.
I mean,
But-
they've been so good recently that I'm actually kind of disappointed.
I've seen the semi. It looks like a semi.
No way.
It doesn't look like a robot. It looks like a semi, if you were wondering.
That's just because it's transformed, man.
We first saw it in 2017, and it was supposed to take production and start production in 2019. That didn't happen.
If there's anybody who's going to make a fucking transformer, it's Elon Musk. All right? It's the robot mixed with this semi. That's how we get Optimus Prime.
Well, he's delivering it 5 years late.
So in 20 years, we'll have Optimus Prime. You can drive a
I
fucking
don't-
Autobot.
I don't think he's doing that. 5 years late, but, they're a new company. Unlike Tesla's going to have supercharged locations.
Oh. Okay. So that way it's easier and quicker to
Building
charge your
up
Tesla.
the charge network.
We always talk about how the electric infrastructure is weak. So with Elon actually going and improving it, and one of our biggest qualms have been how long it takes to charge. So if you're adding supercharged locations, that just makes sense.
Although with like those fast charge, it'll get you 60 miles in a few minutes. Like that really makes electric cars more feasible.
It does.
5 minutes to go 60 miles. I don't drive very far.
I mean,
normally, but
5 minutes. Like, I'll
60
get 60
miles will get you to at least a more comfortable location to charge.
Go into Wawa, make your sandwich, half out, 20 minutes tops in a busy time. And you have a month of driving.
Yeah, I can. Well, you know
what I mean?
I see at Wawa someday they'll have the chargers around the one side.
Yeah, around that one side.
Everyone will go in, they'll get their coffee, wait.
And then
you'll plug it in, and then when you come out, 60 miles, you're done. And then they'll have the hydrogen up front and one or two gas for fogies. Like although you'll switch to hydrogen, you won't even need gas because all your gas engines,
pumps would be over to the side, and I think that they would majorly especially if I've been telling a whole bunch of people.
Well, with electric,
about
you'd
that
have to
story last week with how shortly it actually takes to convert a gas station into hydrogen
tanks. Like they have to change the tanks in the ground every now and then.
They have to do it anyway. That's a cost of business.
It seemed like it was when I was a kid. It seemed like they were doing it every 2 years, but technology, right?
Technology, indeed.
Let's go see if there's a story about Volvo. There it is, Volvo. Volvo ordered electric trucks from, Amazon ordered electric trucks from Volvo, and here they are, electric trucks. They ordered 20 of them.
It looks like every other truck, though. You know what I mean?
Truck.
It's the truck design. You can only take it so much because it's just a box. You can only aerodynamically design a box so much.
This one can carry up to 44 tons. The Volvo range is up to 300 kilometers, but the Volvo FH Electric can cover up to 500 kilometers in a work day, which is interesting because truckers can only drive so far on a battery. So that would really be good because then you have to stop because the truck won't go any farther. Because if they're on the road too long, they get too tired and they jackknife and kill everyone on Earth. Or something close to that.
Especially with an electric motor.
Yeah.
And that'll take days to
and it would be on
put
fire
out.
for a long time.
Oh, my God, my mom's been burning for days. Oh, God, the humanity.
Amazon ordered 20 trucks. Let's see what Ryvan's up to. Ryvan is doing a recall on 12,212 electric pickups, SUVs, and vehicles. There's a loose front suspension.
That's a very specific number.
Yeah. They know that because that's all they made. That's it. That's all of them. They're all wrong. Sorry. That's it.
It's a very embarrassing statement for somebody to make in that company to where, like, all right, how big is your recall? You know, I mean,
they didn't say it was all of them. I'm just sort of extrapolating. It's a small. How many Ryvans if you're outside of the state of California? That's all of them.
It's like, all right, how big's the recall? Well, it's all.
If you're outside of the state of California, how many Ryvans have you seen? Well, this is the third recall for these vehicles. They had an airbag issue in August. In May, the seatbelts weren't really anchored. And apparently they didn't anchor down the front end.
It's a big problem.
Let's see what the Japanese are buying.
What kind of fucking potheads do you have making your cars? All right, man.
I'm sure.
I really don't
I'm sure.
think.
I'm sure they're well-made cars by people who really.
I don't know if I tighten that bolt. I gotta tell you, I didn't know you were supposed to tighten that. It's a seatbelt, Chuck.
What do you mean?
You're supposed to tighten the seatbelt.
There's a bolt. Relax, man.
It's in there.
There's a bolt. Anyway,
kinda.
Daihatsu.
There we go.
This is the Daihatsu Tano. I think it should be orange with like white lines across it. Like here very specifically. And
its
here.
cousin is actually the Nissan Cube.
Yeah. It's not related to the Ahsoka variety.
Not really?
This is the 4th generation Tano. On sale in Japan since 2019. This is the best-selling model.
I mean, it's not been that long, but
Well,
love it.
Lexus-inspired grille, which I don't quite see, but I guess.
And if you squint,
It has a .65 3-liter engine, naturally aspirated, or you get a turbo on this puppy.
why?
64 or 52 horsepower. Wait for it. It has your favorite transmission. You get a CVT trans. No. It also has optional all-wheel drive. That makes it better. Not really.
Oh, my heart. Oh, is this a heart attack?
It's only 1.386 million yen.
Which is like, what, $20?
$9,555, depending on exchange rates.
It looks like a $9,000 car. It looks like a Kia.
Oh, it's a Daihatsu. It's totally different.
It's a different country's Kia.
Let me tell you why it's different, because we used to not report on Daihatsu, and now we do. What state are you in?
Not the Daihatsu state.
No.
It almost sounds like a meditative state, doesn't it? I am in the Daihatsu state.
Next, we'll enter the Daihatsu state of what color your favorite state is. America's most popular car covers is what they're covering here. Number 1 is white with 25%.
There's a lot of white cars.
Black with 22, gray with 18.4, silver, which is different apparently.
Honestly, I thought
12.1.
gray would be the top because gray is such a great color to have a car. It does not get dirty.
No, it does. You just don't see it.
Exactly.
5 is blue with 9.5, then is red with 8.6, brown with 0.9, green with 0.8, orange 0.6%, beige at 0.5, purple at 0.3. Who sells a purple car?
No, you
Dodge.
keep it. You don't.
Dodge sells.
You don't
a purple
sell.
car.
Oh, that way.
I was trying to think who sells purple.
Who sells a purple car? You keep
what
it.
companies sell purple? Dodge, they'll sell
No,
it.
Dodge will sell
You
purple.
get
Mitsubishi, they'll sell purple.
There's a few. That's why it's 0.3%. With the
It is a rare color.
gray Jedi purple. Gold at 0.2%. Yellow at 0.1%. We have the IC cars, did it by state. This one, is that the one by state? Go to this one. Now, this one, there's 2 numbers on this list. The first one I'm going to say is the grayscale. What is your favorite grayscale? Black or white? Because that's what most of them are offered in. And then there's the real color. What is the state's favorite real color?
Okay.
Alabama, their favorite grayscale is white with 27.6% and red at 8.5%. Alaska, their favorite is white at 22.3% and blue. Arizona is white and blue. Arkansas, white and red. California, white and blue. Colorado, white and blue. It's about 25% split all over for the most popular grayscale. Connecticut, black and blue. Delaware, white and blue. Florida, white and blue. White and blue. Georgia, white and blue. White and blue. Ohio, Illinois is black and blue.
Yeah, that's kind of like them.
Indiana is black and red. Iowa is white and red. Kansas, white and red. Kentucky, white and red. We're into the red states. Louisiana, white and blue. Maine, black and blue. That's because it's Maine. Maryland, black and blue. Massachusetts, black and blue. Michigan, black and blue. Minnesota, black
These
and
are
red.
cold states, and it's black and blue. Do you see
And,
do you
red.
see the correlation
Notice red. They want a warm color.
here? Black, blue, and
cold.
red. It's either you got fucked up or you're bleeding.
Cold as they go to Lambeau Field in their red car. Anyway, Missouri, white and red. Montana, white and blue. Nebraska, white and red. Nevada, white and blue. New Hampshire, white and blue. New Jersey, black and blue. Just like the
that's
state.
Jersey, all right.
New Mexico, white and blue. New York, black and blue. Well,
New
right.
New York and New Jersey, black and blue. I'm telling you, there's a character to those states.
North Carolina, white and blue. North Dakota, white and red. Iowa, black and blue.
No way.
Oklahoma, white and red. Oregon, white and blue. Pennsylvania, white and blue. Rhode Island, black and blue. South Carolina, white and blue. We have a lot of states.
Yeah, there's almost 50 of them.
Really? South Dakota, white and red. Tennessee, white and blue. Texas, white and red. Utah, white and blue. Vermont, black and blue. Virginia, white and blue. Washington, white and blue. West Virginia, we're getting down there.
We're in the W's, man.
White and red. Wisconsin, white and red. Wyoming, white and red. And that's it.
Wow. What about Puerto Rico?
Not
It's a
mentioned.
territory.
Didn't see it on there.
Oh. Probably black and blue.
So what's your favorite color for a car? Let us know. I like that what's that, crackle color?
There were no
Where
greens.
it looks different from other. They don't really.
There were no greens. There were
No,
oranges.
green was listed at like point because they don't sell green.
There's a couple manufacturers that do.
There's
I mean,
that's my point.
but
There's
very
very
few.
few greens. It's
Yeah.
your favorite color, probably based on purchase or something. Because like yellow, 0.1. You can get an Acura. That's it.
Well, no, there's Mitsu especially.
Maybe,
With the Evos, there are a bunch of yellow Evos.
All right. Well, but still 0.1%.
I mean, yeah, when you look at the total cars.
Yeah, that's not a lot. Green is 0.8, so green's very popular compared to orange, beige, purple, and yellow, and next color available.
Where are all the beige cars?
The old cars were beige.
It could be a new thing.
You know what? Burgundy. Burgundy's not on the list. Like, what's his
Burgundy
face
is the
from,
new
that
wave.
From that car show on Amazon. Burgundy, yeah.
The next comeback
Burgundy
kid.
or beige?
Burgundy or beige, the next comeback kid for colors.
Well, that's all we have for our show this week.
Yeah, man. And it doesn't matter if you have a burgundy Lotus or a beige Boxster. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Drive on!
Yeah, they're going to axe the BMW 8 Series Coupe and Cabriolet. I didn't even know they made a Cabrio for the 8 Series. Doesn't that have 4 doors?
For the ultra rich, why not?
I didn't know they made a BMW Cabriolet 8 Series. Well, they don't anymore. No, they don't make it anymore. They don't.
They did?
Check the used car market.
Now you can say they did. And yeah, used car is the way to go.
It's been axed. Thanks for joining us.
It's
Hope to see you next week.
chilly time, but we'll see you next week for more automotive news and reviews. Drive on, Lugnutz. Bye-bye.
Drive on Lugnutz.
So what happened with F1 and that whole...
I don't know. I canceled
Media
the
thing.
subscription when they didn't have F1. I may get the other one. No, the hand is over here. Okay.
But no, I think that
I'll get the. I was looking at it. I don't have. Someday I'll have money and
I'll put in towards that subscription
F1
just so we can.
every.
You know
the
what?
F1 they have an app.
You know what? It's a business expense. I'll pay for it.
Okay. Well, we'll
We'll return to F1 shortly.
yeah, we'll have segments on F1.
But we
There
will
is
have.
a lot to talk about,
Yeah.
like how we talked about the most popular color by state. Which is their most popular color? Out of all the colors offered, black or white?
Black.
It depends on state.
Oh.
They also have a non-grayscale color favorite as well.
Is there a red or blue state scale?
We record this ahead of time. No.
No. Oh.
Because most of them, most
Not
cars are only really offered in black, white, or gray.
I was talking about that to a customer, and we were talking about, I was like, look, you get white, black, gray, red, blue. There you go.
They want to see your face, not the microphone.
White, gray, black, blue, red.
Yeah,
black.
well, it does change more and more. There's companies like Dodge that do something different.
Well,
too.
Acura, they have a color called Tiger Eye, which is
their color. Is that their coding for black?
it's gold.
White? Oh, gold. Oh, Tiger Eye. That's different.
At first, you're like, wow, but you're like, the more you look at that color, you're like, oh wow, that's majestic. Wow, like
Majestic.
it's really it is. The more I look at it, that car, because you've seen the MDX redesign. It's a beautiful car.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That in this gold color is just that red Brembo brakes with
Yeah, those Brembos would stand out.
that with the gold, red, and black leather seats. It works. I'm telling you, that is a beautiful SUV. Your kids will fuck up with Cheetos, Cheerios, and Sour Patch Kids.
Which are all fantastic, by the way. Which is also like, share, subscribe, comment, or videos in places.
Above
like
my
here.
head, you'll find every the very best purge hangers and wall hangers video for you. Right above Big Brother's head, that is every single Lugnutz podcast and a playlist. Click and enjoy. And of course, until next time,
Drive on Lugnutz.
we'll see you next week, gang. Bye-bye.
Drive on Lugnutz.